Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, today we have Vishal Dharankar, who is co founder and CTO at PDRL, which is Passenger Drone Company. And I have been observing and looking forward about this company since 5 years now. And today I got opportunity to talk with you. Thank you so much, Vishal, sir.
Welcome. Pleasure is all mine.
Okay. So, Vishal, I want to know from you, as a CTO, how your journey begins towards PDRL. Before PDRL, what you're doing, from where you graduated, and how this technology segment uh, encouraged you to come into this domain.
See, basically, I was doing post graduation in electronics, and there I came across robotics couple of times. And since then, I had a curiosity about it. Down the line, for around 16 years, I was doing consulting in software. So, with the background of electronics, I always had that soft corner for all these things. So, one fine day, my friend Anil Chandalia came to me and he explained about the stuff that he wants to do. And passenger drone is basically, or the drone itself is basically 70% of the software. So 70% of the stuff is software, as you might be knowing. So he wanted me to take care of the software part of it, as he was planning to build a drone taxi.
Okay.
And till then I was doing freelance consulting through my own firm for around like 15-16 years. So I worked with many international startups till then. And so I was not doing anything on my own. So I was always working with somebody else's idea. So I always wanted to do something with my own vision. So here my vision got aligned with Anil's vision. So I thought, let's join.
Okay.
That's how it began.
Great. So, from freelancing, consulting to co-founding a company, a very big journey you have started.
Yes, absolutely.
And if we talk about your personal vision, you are into complete tech space, which is an emerging technology.
Exactly.
And I think when you started in drone technology, what were the early stage challenges which you have faced?
There were plenty of early stage challenges, being a technology which is almost emerging. And across the globe, the know-how was pretty much lesser compared to what we have right now, what we are seeing right now. We have so many tools for our help at the moment. Like if I want to search, I can even go to ChatGPT. Back then we had just Google. And the information that we had was limited to certain brands. Okay. And now the scene is pretty much different. Even in India, a lot of people are doing a lot of R&D, so they are contributing to the technology. So back then we had to explore everything from scratch, okay, right from learning to fly till the entire systems and subsystems of this particular thing. So if you talk about drone, so that involves software, that involves hardware, and that involves even the mechanical stuff.
I have seen one thing, Vishal, that in early stage, like in 5 years back, drone industry was completely dominated by China.
Right.
And now, as I can see, your company is into top 10 companies of India, which is making software plus hardware of the drone and helping other players to build their own stuff on the drone platform. So, how is this feeling now?
Well, it feels great, and more than that, we are still striving. We're still striving to get the things on a right track. We do not still have a lot of stuff which is made in India, but at least we are happy that there is a potent software in the Indian user's hand, which is basically made in India. So that feeling is the main thing, rather, I would say here.
And can I say one more thing, that Vishal, that you are actually making an operating system for drone?
Well, in a way, yes. Because why we can say this is because we are enabling our partners, our like users, to build stuff on the top of our software stack. Although we are using some open source at the heart, but rest of the stuff is basically indigenously made.
Okay.
And the entire thought is this only since beginning, that we won't be keeping everything closed. We would be encouraging our users, our OEM partners, our manufacturers to build the stuff on the top of that. So yeah, in a way.
Great. So, as this journey has become a 5 years old journey, so how you differentiate your software from other software available in the market?
Well, one word I would say to differentiate other softwares from our software is the simplicity. Drone tech itself is so complex that to take it to the individual user and make it accessible, you have to, you have to do a lot of work. Okay, and the current software that exists, usually they have not taken care of this thing. For them it's like all, just like rest of the technology. They expect the user to be a technical person.
Correct.
But here it's just like a vehicle. Like if you're driving a car, you don't know anything. You don't know innards of the car. It's just like you have the steering, you have learned how to drive it, and you're driving it.
Correct.
Right? On the same line, our vision is on the same line, our end user should be able to fly a drone. We want to make it that simple. Yeah, journey is difficult. Something like an airspace instrument or device, making it accessible to a common man, or making it as simple as driving a car is a challenge.
Correct. So nowadays technological advancements has been happening all around the world. AI, machine learning has taken a huge leap in current year. So how these technological advancements are influencing your development in PDRL?
Well, what we do here, we do not try to find a problem to use a technology.
Okay.
We always try to solve a problem using whatever fit best in the situation. Okay. So there are situations where we have found that a simple plain algorithm works best. There are situations where we can use artificial intelligence and deliver better user experience. So based on where the things fit better, we have been using or adopting the technologies, all emerging technologies. That includes advancements in web, that includes advancements in data, warehousing, storing the data of users, that includes streaming, that includes AI ML in order to enhance the user experience. So, of course, we embrace the emerging technologies very quickly.
So, as you guys are building an industry standard drone, what are the prominent use cases which you think that your software is capable of doing?
Well, there are many, to be honest, because what I believe is when you deliver a product, you have one vision, but when it goes into end user's hand, you never know what possibilities can come out of it.
Correct.
Okay, but at principle, we are seeing that a lot of farmers or service providers in the agricultural sector, they are utilizing our software very effectively. So that is one of the use cases where we have created an impact, I would say.
So I have seen in a couple of your blogs and the company website that the green zone drones, which are completely used in farming. So how exactly a farmer can utilize the drone? How is the process happen, and what he can expect if he is using the drone software which we have built?
Well, as I said, it is as simple. It has to be as simple as driving a car. So what we expect over here is like if a farmer who is trying to utilize a drone, so all they have to do is take out the drone out of their house and fill in the drone with what all pesticides or even sometimes water, depending upon what they want to do. Just fill in the drone, the stuff into the drone, and with few taps, it should do its job.
Great.
Safely, of course, and then come back, packed it up, sent it back to where it belongs, inside the house. As simple as that.
And I have also seen nowadays in construction and monitoring and in surveillance also. The drone is used in a massive way. So what are some use cases which we are doing in that domain?
Well, we have, see, basically, it's a good question because every that area where it's difficult to reach the locations of places.
Correct.
Drone can go. Okay, and it is hazardous for human being. Drone can actually reach. So drone becomes an instrument to capture the data in a way.
Correct.
So here, like one of the use cases is construction, as you said. So there are like high-rise buildings. So where if I have to monitor or inspect a topmost floor, it's very difficult or it's cumbersome. You know, someone has to climb 50 stores and story building and reach to the last floor and then do the visual inspection internally. And if it is externally, then it's a different story altogether, you know. So here basically drone can play a major role. So you can fly the drone at any corner of a building in construction, monitoring specifically and get an idea like what is happening. Okay, and take the actions accordingly. So yeah, it helps. And we have couple of other softwares where in conjunction with the drone GCS, they can be used in order to deliver a finest solution in an industry such as construction.
Great. So can I say, Vishal, here that now the longest sea bridge has been recently inaugurated in India, which is in between Mumbai and Navi Mumbai. So can we use our drone technology to monitor and surveillance that longest bridge?
Absolutely, yes. I mean, that we've been doing. I mean, like some of our partners, some of the industry, some of the companies, some of the service providers, they are already doing it with the help of our softwares. Okay. So we just for your information here, we just do not have mission planning software, but we also have a software which processes the data at highest accuracy, where which inspects the data at ease, like with few clicks you can generate a report, so which is basically driven by AI. So along with these components, such use cases are very much possible, and they are being already explored, like inspecting railway bridges, for example.
Correct.
That has been already being done.
So I heard that most critical railway bridges are been inspected by using our software. So can you put some highlights, like how that things happen, what data we got to analyze, how that process actually happens, and what kind of use case is that? Can you just highlight in that case?
Okay. So basically what happens over here is there are two parts. Okay, I would say two different parts in which using which these solutions are constructed. First part, you have to capture the data, and second part, you have to have a proper visualization. So in both the cases, PDRL software helps. So in first case, when you want to capture the data in a right way, you have the mission planning software, ground control station called as Aero GCS, which can be used in order to plan your missions effectively, capture the data. Okay, so as long as bridges are concerned, a 3D model is very crucial. So for that purpose, what all mission planning needs to be done can be done using Aero GCS Green. Aero GCS Orange, one of the edition of our flagship software called as Aero GCS. So using that, you can plan a mission, capture the best quality data, then using the second component that we offer called as Drone Naksha, you can actually convert it into a 3D model. Now the Drone Naksha also provides a best possible solution in order to visualize. So that visualization is very effective when it comes to actually monitoring the bridge.
Correct.
Something like bridge.
So as we talk about Orange, Aero GCS Orange, and are we going to make some innovation in defense sector as well?
We already have started with the testing of our another edition of Aero GCS software called as Defense. Okay. So where we will be catering specific needs of defense sector.
Okay. and we have already started it.
Yes, we have already started it, and we have kept data security and safe missions at the heart of it.
Great. So Vishal, like drone is a very critical and industry standard product. Okay. So what are the challenges you have been faced with regulation and compliances?
I would not say challenges. When it comes to compliances and regulations, you have to just follow them. But for that purpose, you should know them very well.
Correct.
PDRL has been working with these regulatory bodies since a time. We have been giving feedback, we have been developing based on their regulations since like almost 2019, when the first draft of drone rule came into existence. So we've been doing that since a time. So we are well versed with what it needs to be done. So all our softwares are compliant. Okay, and of course we get the feedback, and based on that we also keep on improving it.
So I have seen whenever you have a hardware integration product, so it has to be very tightly coupled and it should have a very seamless integration. So how that has happened?
Yeah, of course. So at PDRL, even though we are primarily working in software, we have a very strong foundation of drone hardware. Okay, along with the knowledge of aircraft engineering. So with all this knowledge, we have been able to figure out this tight coupling between the hardware and software. Okay, like specific sensors, so how they have to be integrated, or specific subsystems like power management subsystems, how they have to be tightly integrated with the software so as to deliver best user experience and safety. Okay, for example, if some subsystem fails, then the reporting of that thing has been seamlessly integrated, so that end user don't have to worry much. Software handles a lot of things on its own.
So how PDRL is staying ahead? Like technology is changing day by day, but how you guys are staying ahead in terms of research and innovation? What things are going on in research and innovation?
So as I said in the beginning, that we work towards creating simple software, and best user experience is at the heart of every simplest software that has been made. Okay, so elegance and simplicity, when you want to integrate or when you want to bring into any system, you have to do a lot of research around users response, feedback. So we keep listening to our users continuously.
Correct.
We keep on getting the feedback. So based on that feedback, we keep on continuously improving our software in parallel with supporting existing softwares.
I have heard Steve Jobs have once said, always listen to your customers first and improve. So I think you are taking that feedback very seriously.
Yes, of course. I mean, that's what I said. Like customers are the heart of all our softwares. I would rather tell you one story around this.
Yeah, please.
We had you must be knowing our flagship software called as Aero GCS.
Yeah.
Right. So the first edition rather, it was the second version we had. So it was fully featured. It had all the things addressed and everything was there, but it was not. But the real problem that we heard from our customers was, as it was having everything in it, it was very difficult to figure out, or use it quickly in order to hit a specific application. For example, spraying. So our customers were like, they were not able to use that particular software effectively for spraying.
Correct.
So we had to do some research around it. we listen to a lot of feedback from our customers, what they want, what kind of software is influencing them, what kind of features would help them best. Because when you are on a field with your drone, you cannot like keep on fiddling around the settings or various options and features and then go for spraying.
Correct.
Right. So from service providers point of view or from farmers point of view, spraying a field is a like 10% part of their entire activity or entire stuff that they do throughout the day, through their day. So that has to be very fast. So based on this user research and feedback, we came up with new edition of AeroGCS, and that is called as AeroGCS Green now.
Correct.
Which is specifically targeting to farmers and service providers in agriculture.
And what about AeroGCS Orange?
AeroGCS Orange on the same line is now catering to the needs of survey and surveillance industry.
Okay.
On the similar line. So here we are basically making these things application specific, making it very easy for end consumers to use it.
So Vishal, if I ask you a very personal question, who is your favorite, Bill Gates or Steve Jobs?
Primarily if you see our products, they are simple. Simplicity is at the heart. So, and why we try to make it simple, because we want more and more users, end users to opt for our systems.
Correct.
Okay. Probably that is one of the vision Steve Jobs always had when he built like computers at Apple Computers. So maybe that is something which makes him my favorite. But at the same time, the way Bill Gates has scaled the software industry, scaled Microsoft in the software industry, that is also impressive.
Correct.
Okay. So, like it's not like one is favorite and the other is not favorite. Both are leaders.
But as per my observation and the discussion, I feel that if we talk about user friendliness, we are following a pathway of Microsoft. Okay, like the thought process which Bill Gates has given us. Okay, and if you talk about innovation, then we are striving towards Steve Jobs. So are they, both of them are inspiring you?
Well, yes, both of them, but primarily you can maybe consider it as a Steve Jobs.
Great, that's what I wanted to.
Yeah, because they always had custom priority, where priority was always given to customers.
Correct.
And they always wanted at Apple, they always wanted to make the technology accessible to every end user, and that's what we also try to do here.
Correct. So how does PDRL and other stakeholders can participate with you in your software, and how they can make their own solution on top of your solution?
So basically, for example, here we provide APIs. If they want to integrate or they want to build something around like mission planning software, through these APIs they can integrate the mission planning software into their existing systems as well. Okay, and as I said, we keep on listening to them. So if any specific feature which impacts their end customer, we try to add it into we try to accommodate that into our software as well.
And talking about the future roadmap of PDRL, what things we can see in next year?
Well, here I would not like to reveal everything, but I'll tell you something. As we are doing a lot of research around user experience, we are trying to make our software much more user friendly, and for which we are using what all technology that needs to be used. That also includes AI. So a lot of AI features probably you would be seeing in mission planning software. And what kind of features, I wouldn't say much about it now. And at the same time, we are working hard towards a very seamless integration with cloud, because a tremendous amount of data is being generated and that data has its own importance. So every manufacturer, every end user, they want to utilize their own data for betterment of their own processes and their own things they are doing. Like if I'm spraying across my own field, I want to understand how it is growing, what kind of impact my daily spraying operations, or like what all spraying operations I'm doing as a farmer, how it is impacting my field. I want to understand, I want to gain insights, and I want to improve my own process. So for that purpose, as well as manufacturers, they want to improve their own systems based on like how that's being used by users. So at all these places, we are trying to make an impact. Plus we are also trying to connect a lot of users together, a lot of types of users together, like individual farmers to the service providers and so on. So everything next year is going to happen around this only.
So I have also seen you guys have built a community, online community for the drone industry, which is India's first online community. So what insights you are getting from that community so far?
Insights, at least we are able to understand how our end customers or users are using our softwares, what difficulties are they facing. And so that's because it's been like almost only 2-3 months, I wouldn't say much about it, but yeah, at least the purpose for which we have established the community, that is being satisfied.
That has been satisfied. So Vishal, can I say here that in coming years, like 5 years down to the line, the purpose which we have started this company, passenger drone vehicles will be there, more efficient drone use cases will be used. Like I remember in 2010, 2012, video call was a dream for every Indian. And nowadays, use cases for delivery, use cases for surveillance, use cases for monitoring bridges, and use cases for farming are still a dream for some people. Okay. So can I say 5 years down to the line, all these dreams will be in reality?
Yeah, we can say pretty much, because the way we are moving forward, the way things are happening, even with the support of government and with the support of all the industry peers, this would be the future.
Correct. And as India as a market, what you want, what you have a vision for India to be drone leader in India? What vision you have?
Vision, it's very simple. We want to drive every drone in India using AeroGCS. That's it. That's one of the vision, because once we have reached in the hands of every drone user in India, probably we would be able to go beyond this and deliver something even better and innovative.
Correct. So we have to increase the activation of software in drone industry. So can we talk about now numbers, like in 5 years, how many kind of stakeholders have been collaborated, how many drone softwares has been delivered, and what is the more expectation we are having from India market?
See, specific numbers, it's very hard to depict at this moment, but I can definitely say that right now, close to 10,000 to 15,000 drones are being delivered to farmers alone. Okay, which is a huge thing that is happening in India. And like what all agricultural drone manufacturers are there across India, out of them almost 60 to 70% manufacturers are using our software. Okay. So these are like kind of stats. They talk a lot about what is happening around. Okay.
So in terms of software, how much is our market share in India?
In terms of drone software specifically, if you talk about, you can say, as I said, like in agriculture alone, 70% manufacturers are shipping their drones with our software. In a specific direction or in a specific segment only, as long as the technological segments are concerned. Like for example, we have computer science stream, we have electronic stream, we have mechanical stream, or domains where our engineers are working. So as drone technology is evolving, in all these fields there are equal opportunities. So for example, right from manufacturing drone, because that falls under something like design and manufacturing, where mechanical engineers can find a scope. At the same time, delivering entire solutions where like some of the IT engineers, some of the software engineers can find their pathway. So all you have to do is start learning now. Is you learn about the basics of drone, you learn about the softwares to be used, you learn about the applications, and then figure out how this can help in your own stream. For example, if you have very good understanding of drone system, drone ecosystem, you can build effective softwares if you're an IT engineer. If you see how this drone industry is evolving, every manufacturer is trying to develop their own unique kind of drones. Okay, so that is where like our mechanical engineering professionals can find a way. They can actually help these manufacturers to design better drones, reliable drones. So this way, all you have to do is right now at this moment is learn the basics of this technology from ground up. Okay, whether you are an IT engineer, an engineer, or a student who is learning manufacturing, a student who is learning electronics, because drone itself is a complex system which consists of it has all these components like electronics, it has software, it has mechanical stuff and so on. So there is a scope for everyone in this domain, and it is emerging. So the possibilities are infinite.
Correct.
Someone who wants to build something on their own, like some specific application, someone wants to build their own drones, kind of thing. So right from building their own drones to building their own softwares to I just can't count the applications here. Even if you are interested, I would say in AI ML, there are still a lot of applications which could be built around drone.
Okay.
So it can touch every corner of the industry domains at the moment.
And if you guys want to learn the drone software, we have PDRL certification program also, which is carried out by PDRL itself to encourage the talent and to enhance the knowledge about drone industry and the drone software. PDRL has launched the PDRL certification program also. So if you guys are interested, you can go for it. So thank you, sir. Thank you for the time which you have given. And I think I myself has got so many insights from PDRL's drone software today. Thank you so much, Vishal, for giving us your time.
Yeah, and thanks for allowing me to express myself. It was long due. I always I wanted to, talk about all these things and share my views with people who are interested in drone technology in a way. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Vishal.